When dealing with hermetic refrigerant motor compressors, proper sizing of branch circuit conductors is crucial for safety and reliable operation. The motor branch circuit selection current, which is 125% of the motor full load amps, or FLA, is used to determine the size of the branch circuit conductors. These conductors must be capable of carrying the motor starting current, which is typically significantly higher than the motor FLA. While the motor branch circuit selection current is 125% of the motor FLA, the branch circuit conductors themselves must be sized to carry 150% of the branch circuit selection current. This additional capacity is necessary because the conductors need to handle the potentially high motor starting current. To determine the minimum conductor size, calculate 150% of the branch circuit selection current. For example, if the motor branch circuit selection current is 30 amps, then the conductors must be sized to carry 150% of 30 amps, which equals 45 amps. Once you have determined the required ampacity, you can consult the appropriate National Electrical Code, or NEC, table to find the smallest conductor size that meets or exceeds this requirement. For copper conductors with type TW insulation operating at 80 degrees Fahrenheit or 26.7 degrees Celsius in an environment with no more than 3 current-carrying conductors in a raceway or cable, you would typically refer to NEC Table 310.15. In this table, you would find that number 10 AWG copper conductors with type TW insulation are typically rated for 30 amps. However, since we need a conductor that can handle 45 amps, number 10 AWG is not sufficient. Instead, you would need to look for a conductor with a higher ampacity rating. Number 8 AWG copper conductors with type TW insulation are typically rated for 40 amps. This still is not enough. Number 6 AWG copper conductors with type TW insulation are typically rated for 55 amps. Therefore, the smallest possible branch circuit conductors must be at least size AWG6. Always refer to the latest edition of the NEC and consult with a qualified electrician to ensure compliance with all applicable codes and regulations. Conductor sizing is not the only factor to consider. You should also take into account voltage drop, ambient temperature, and other directing factors that may affect the ampacity of the conductors. Firstly, voltage drop is an important consideration when sizing conductors, especially for long runs. Excessive voltage drop can cause equipment to malfunction or operate inefficiently. The NEC recommends limiting voltage drop to 3% for branch circuits and 5% for feeders. To calculate voltage drop, you can use the following formula: voltage drop equals 2 times K times I times D divided by Cm, where K is the direct current constant, typically 12.9 ohms for copper and 21.2 ohms for aluminum. I is the current in amps, D is the one-way distance of the conductor in feet, and Cm is the circular mils of the conductor. To mitigate voltage drop, you may need to increase the conductor size. Secondly, ambient temperature can also affect the ampacity of conductors. The ampacity ratings in NEC Table 310.15 are based on an ambient temperature of 30 degrees Celsius or 86 degrees Fahrenheit. If the ambient temperature is higher than this, you will need to direct the ampacity of the conductors. NEC Table 310.16 provides correction factors for different ambient temperatures. To determine the derated ampacity, multiply the ampacity from Table 310.15 by the correction factor from Table 310.16. For example, if a number 12 AWG copper conductor with type TW insulation has an ampacity of 20 amps and the ambient temperature is 40 degrees Celsius, the correction factor is 0.88. The derated ampacity would be 20 amps times 0.88, which equals 17.6 amps. If the load current exceeds the derated ampacity, you will need to increase the conductor size. Thirdly, the number of current-carrying conductors in a raceway or cable can also affect the ampacity of the conductors. When multiple current-carrying conductors are installed in close proximity, the heat generated by each conductor can raise the overall temperature, reducing the ampacity of the conductors. NEC Table 310.15 provides adjustment factors for different numbers of current-carrying conductors in a raceway or cable. To determine the adjusted ampacity, multiply the ampacity from table 310.15 by the adjustment factor from table 310.15. For example, if three number 12 AWG copper conductors with type TW insulation are installed in a raceway, each conductor has an ampacity of 20 amps and the adjustment factor is 0.80. The adjusted ampacity would be 20 amps times 0.80, which equals 16 amps. If the load current exceeds the adjusted ampacity, you will need to increase the conductor size. It's also important to consider the type of termination used with the conductors. Some terminations are only rated for certain temperatures. For example, some terminals may only be rated for 60 degrees Celsius or 75 degrees Celsius. You must use conductors with an ampacity rating that is appropriate for the temperature rating of the termination. NEC Section 110.14 outlines the requirements for conductor terminations. In summary, sizing conductors for hermetic refrigerant motor compressors requires careful consideration of several factors, including the motor branch circuit selection current, motor starting current, voltage drop, ambient temperature, number of current carrying conductors, and termination temperature ratings. By following the guidelines in the NEC and consulting with a qualified electrician, you can ensure that the conductors are properly sized for the application. Remember that this information is for general guidance only. Always consult the latest edition of the NEC and a qualified electrician for specific applications. The NEC is updated regularly, so it's important to stay current with the latest requirements. The NEC provides comprehensive guidelines for electrical installations, including conductor sizing, overcurrent protection, grounding, and bonding. By following the NEC, you can help ensure the safety and reliability of electrical systems. Here are some additional considerations for sizing conductors for hermetic refrigerant motor compressors. Firstly, consider the type of motor compressor. Some motor compressors have higher starting currents than others. Be sure to consult the manufacturer's specifications to determine the appropriate conductor size. Secondly, consider the length of the conductor run. Longer conductor runs will result in greater voltage drop. You may need to increase the conductor size to compensate for voltage drop. Thirdly, consider the ambient temperature. Higher ambient temperatures will reduce the ampacity of the conductors. You may need to increase the conductor size to compensate for high ambient temperatures. Fourthly, consider the number of current carrying conductors in the raceway or cable. When multiple current carrying conductors are installed in close proximity, the heat generated by each conductor can raise the overall temperature, reducing the ampacity of the conductors. You may need to increase the conductor size to compensate for multiple current carrying conductors. Fifthly, consider the type of termination used with the conductors. Some terminations are only rated for certain temperatures. You must use conductors with an ampacity rating that is appropriate for the temperature rating of the termination. Sixthly, always consult the latest edition of the NEC and a qualified electrician to ensure compliance with all applicable codes and regulations. Sizing conductors is a critical aspect of electrical installations, and it's essential to get it right. Incorrectly sized conductors can lead to overheating, voltage drop, and even fires. By taking the time to carefully consider all of the relevant factors, you can ensure that the conductors are properly sized for the application. Remember to always prioritize safety and consult with qualified professionals when working with electrical systems. These systems carry significant risks, and it's crucial to have the knowledge and expertise to handle them safely and effectively. Understanding the NEC requirements and applying them correctly is paramount to ensuring the safety and reliability of electrical installations. Continuous learning and staying up to date with the latest code changes are essential for anyone working in the electrical field. In the example we discussed earlier, the motor branch circuit selection current was 30 amps, and we determined that the conductors needed to be sized to carry 150% of that, which is 45 amps. We then consulted the NEC table and found that number 6 AWG copper conductors with type TW insulation were rated for 55 amps, meeting the requirement. However, let's consider a slightly different scenario. Suppose the motor compressor is located in an area with a high ambient temperature, say 45 degrees Celsius. In this case, we would need to apply a temperature correction factor to the ampacity of the conductors. According to NEC Table 310.16, the correction factor for copper conductors with type TW insulation at 45 degrees Celsius is 0.82. Therefore, the derated ampacity of the number 6 AWG conductor would be 55 amps times 0.82, which equals 45.1 amps. In this scenario, the number 6 AWG conductor would still be sufficient, as its derated ampacity of 45.1 amps slightly exceeds the required 45 amps. However, if the ambient temperature were even higher, or if there were multiple current-carrying conductors in the raceway, we might need to increase the conductor size to number 4 AWG or even larger to ensure that the conductors can safely carry the load current. It's also worth noting that some jurisdictions may have local amendments to the NEC that could affect conductor sizing requirements. It's important to be aware of any local codes and regulations that may apply to your specific location. Always check with the local authorities to ensure compliance. Another important consideration is the overcurrent protection for the branch circuit. The overcurrent protection device, such as a circuit breaker or fuse, must be sized to protect the conductors from overload and short-circuit conditions. The NEC provides specific rules for sizing overcurrent protection devices for motor circuits. Generally, the overcurrent protection device should be sized no larger than the ampacity of the conductors. However, in some cases, the NEC allows for a slightly larger overcurrent protection device to accommodate the motor starting current. It's important to carefully follow the NEC guidelines for sizing overcurrent protection devices to ensure that the circuit is properly protected. In addition to conductor sizing and overcurrent protection, proper grounding and bonding are also essential for the safety of electrical systems. Grounding and bonding help to minimize the risk of electric shock and fire hazards. The NEC provides detailed requirements for grounding and bonding electrical equipment and systems. It's important to follow these requirements carefully to ensure a safe and reliable installation. Finally, remember that electrical work can be dangerous. Always take the necessary precautions to protect yourself from electric shock. Wear appropriate personal protective equipment, such as gloves and safety glasses, and always to energize circuits before working on them. If you are not qualified to perform electrical work, hire a licensed electrician to do the job. Electricity is a powerful force and it should be treated with respect. By following safe work practices and adhering to the NEC guidelines, you can help to ensure the safety of yourself and others. Learning the NEC is not an easy task, it is essential for safety.